Hey, what is up everybody? I am back finally with a makeup tutorial that has been way too long in the freaking making. So as you might not know, because I don't think I've really expressed it that much. I mean, I have like a couple of videos with instrumentals, but I am an avid K-pop fan, and some of the kings of K-pop came back. EXO came back, and I have not stopped listening to that album. Like, I bought the entire album and I still have not stopped listening to it. But this is basically an inspired look, inspired off of EXO's Colourpop. It's not really inspired by like a certain person. It's more inspired by a lot of the pink tones that were evident in the music video. I just really wanted to stick with the sort of soft pink tones that I definitely saw in the video. So I created this very soft, very pink toned look, even doing a little bit of a ombre lip. Like, I was dedicated. Like, I even had my little dreads, since Colourpop was got some reggae inspiration, so I have my little faux lock wig on. And no, it's not the best, but I'm working, I'm getting better. So this is just like my first try on a faux lock wig, but I think it looks pretty great with this look also, because in the music video you could see that Kai and Sehun, they had like tattoos and whatnot. So I wanted to, get on a little action, get my little fake tattoos on or whatever to, it's an inspired look. I wanted to go all out. So basically I just did this look, and yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, share, comment, and especially hit that subscribe button, and also hit that little bell so that you can get notified whenever I upload videos. And remember, when we comment, we want to bring people up and not bring people down. Bye. Alright, so getting started, I'm going to start with my eyebrows done and start on my face. So I'm first taking this hard candy like oil control primer, and I'm just applying that in my T-zone and like on my cheeks, just places that I tend to get oily, and I'm just going to blend that out with my fingers. And then I'm going to be taking my Mercier translucent powder and just setting that primer. Like, honestly, this is just something I've been doing now. Don't really know if it works, but you know what? I like doing it, and it has become a habit for me. So basically, because them boys got flawless skin and I do not, I have to fake it. So I'm going to be using this airbrush foundation, and a review/demo will be coming on it soon. And this is like the Aero Minerale foundation in like the shade Ebony, and I'm just using a kabuki brush to go ahead and spread that all over my skin. Now for concealer, I will just be taking my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Chestnut, and I'm just going to highlight and conceal underneath my eyes, on my chin, Cupid's bow, nose, forehead, like every place that you highlight and whatnot. And I will be, instead of blending it out with a beauty blender, I'm going to be blending it out with a brush. I don't know, I just wanted a little bit more coverage, so I just opted for the brush instead of the beauty blender. And then after I finish blending out all the concealer, I will be setting it with the same Mercier translucent powder. Now, of course, taking my tried and true black Radiance face powder, I will just be dusting that to set everywhere else that I didn't set with the Mercier powder. And now moving on to the eyes, so I'm going to be taking this Urban Decay primer potion, and I am just applying that all over my eyes, and just to make sure that my eyelids can really pick up like all the pink tones that I'm going to be putting down on them, I'm going to be taking this Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer, and I'm going to be applying that as a base all over my lids, and I will be setting it with the same Laura Mercier, God, I couldn't speak, Laura Mercier translucent powder. Okay, so I'm going into my L'Oreal blush palette. I'm going to take that really like peachy sort of corally shade, and I'm going to use that as my transition shade, just for a nice sort of like light pink, light coral in the crease. And this shade is like really pretty, and this is a blush palette, not an eyeshadow palette, and I was like, ooh, okay, this is kind of cute, might have to use this more for a you know, for eyeshadow than blush. And then I'm going to be taking that like bright pink. My camera's making it look a little bit more neon. I mean, it is sort of, I guess, neon, like a neonish pink, but it's a really bright sort of pink, but it is perfect to like deepen up that crease look. So I'm just going to be deepening up the crease, but also blending it a whole lot. Like, blending is key with this look because I really want everything to look very soft and very blown out. Okay, so now going into my Colourpop eyeshadows, I'm going to be taking the shade called Stay Golden, and with a more detailed and precise brush, I'm going to be focusing that shade on the outer points of my eyes, but also dragging it in just to further blend the eyeshadow and just to make the transitions look a lot smoother. Next, I'm going to be taking the shade Going Steady, and with the same sort of precise brush, I'm going to be focusing that on the outer portion of my eyes, and instead of dragging it in, I'm going to really keep it concentrated and keep it focused on that outer portion of my eye. For a nice sort of lilac soft lid shade, I'm going to be taking this shade called Silver Lining, which, you know, is the most confusing name for an eyeshadow because this shade is like purple. Like, this is not silver at all. But I just put that on my lid, and I did blend it out. I didn't show, but I did like blend the edges so it looked a lot cleaner and a lot smoother. And then going back into Stay Golden and Going Steady, I'm just going to use both colors for my lower lash line. I'm going to be taking Stay Golden first as a sort of overall, like, all underneath that lash line, and then just focusing Going Steady on the outer portions of my lower lash line. And finally, taking this shimmery shade called Time Out, I'm just going to be using that pinky sort of tone shade just to really brighten up the inner corners of my eyes. And now I'm going to be applying some Ardell Demi Whispies. There they are. And we're going to move on to the rest of the face. So this is my little, like, Baja bronze palette. Like, honestly, I'm way too lazy to go ahead and get that, but I'm using that like matte deep brown, and I'm just using that as a bronzer. Like, I freaking love this as a bronzer, and it looks so good. I'm not really doing any contouring. I'm keeping the look very, very soft, so I'm just bronzing the skin. And then I'm going to be taking that highlighter from the palette, and I am just going to be highlighting my cheeks for the gods, honey. Like, for the gods. Like, I am obsessed with this highlighter. I can't remember like all the names of like everything from this palette that I'm using, but I will definitely it will definitely be in the description bar below. And you know, I'm just highlighting my face, hunty. And then last but not least, I'm taking last but not least, I'm going to be taking that blush, which I think is Baja Babe. I think that because I've been using this blush like so often because it's just so pretty and pink. And then for my lips, I'm taking this like YSL lip thingy. Like, it's like a lip and cheek sort of tint, but I'm using it on my lips, so I'm focusing it like on the center of my lips and then just blending it out with my fingers for that like like, I don't know, you just ate fruit or you just bit into something and it like stained the inner parts of your lips sort of look. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. And then I will just be taking some setting spray just to make sure that everything is locked into place. And that is the end of the look, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this inspired tutorial.